Make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our Discord, and also follow us on Instagram so you always have the support that you need to really enhance your account and get yourself to the next level. Also, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money when you make in-game purchases in The Legend of Mushroom by getting some amazing cashbacks each time you purchase anything. Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. So I'm sure a lot of you have noticed there's been a bunch of new updates in Legend of Mushroom, and some of them may be a little bit hard for you to understand, especially if you're just logging in and seeing all these new changes. So I decided I'm going to make a video where I can guide you through what the changes are and how you can benefit from them. Now it's still relatively new, and I'm sure over time we'll learn even better strategies and other things that we currently don't know, but for now let's go over what we do know and try to see how to make best of it. So if you remember, one of the struggles in farming was that, you had to log in every now and then, plant, use fertilizers if you're about to complete one of your crops, and then harvest them and then repeat the process. It was a little tedious. And another thing that I really disliked while farming was that there were certain people who are very good at stealing. So if you don't have your notifications on, you might just log in and find out that a bunch of your crops were stolen, and that's never fun. And the thing about farming is that the person who's stealing doesn't necessarily have to be stronger than you. They just have to be there at the right time, and if you're not there within the next 15 minutes, they can steal one of those precious crops and you lose a bunch of fruit in the process. Now the new update adds a little bit more complexity to it in a good way. So things change and you can see how to best utilize them. So if you go into the work tab, you'll notice that there is a plant team, a water team, and a patrol team. Now you have to assign a leader to each of them. I've already done that. I've assigned the treasure dragon as the plant team leader, but if I wanted to, I could change it to any of the other ones available in this menu. Now, it is not everyone. You can see certain pals are able to be the leader of this particular team, not everyone. So I have to choose within these. As we move along, you can see the water team has a completely different set of people that can be used, and then the patrol team has a different set of pals that can be used as the leader. Now, what does the plant team do? Let's click the eye and let's read through the tips. Now, firstly, it says that the work team must be led by a pal and can include Avians as members. My plant team has the pal set up, right, the treasure dragon, but currently there's no Avian I've put in as a member. And the reason for that is right now I just started getting the Avian set up with these affixes required to join the different teams. And right now I don't have any that can assist in planting. And if we jump right to what I just said, affixes that help in planting might be something that you might be hearing for the first time. So now, if you breed Avians, you have the ability to get one of these passive affixes that can help with your farm. For example, there's a work light, which reduces teams' work stamina cost by 20%. Which you might not understand right now, but you'll understand soon what the stamina means. Instant harvest. Harvests have a 5% chance to skip the process. United effort reduces harvest time by 5%. All of these different affixes can actually enhance your working team's capabilities. Okay, let's jump right back to where we were. So right now I do not have any Avians, so I don't have any members, right? So having Avians with the right affixes can actually enhance the abilities of the plant team once I get them. Only the team leader with a planting talent can be deployed by the plant team. This we've already discussed. I mentioned that not all pals can be set up. Team leader talents have star levels, including natural stars and learned stars. Natural stars cannot be increased, but every 20 mastery levels grants one learned star. What is this star stuff? Well, you can see that Treasure Dragon's base is 5 plus 0 because it doesn't have any learned stars yet. Now, if I were to choose, let's say, this little duck, it has a 1 instead of a 5. And if you move to a yellow, then it's a 2 star as a base. If you move to an orange, it's between 2 and 3. Move to a red, it's between 3 and 5 actually. And then, of course, there are the pink ones, which are 5 from the get-go. So what does the plant team really do? Well, if you look at number 4, it says that the team automatically sows seeds when there's an empty land and harvests mature crops. but planting and harvesting does cost stamina, so it's not free. Once the pal runs out of stamina, then it will no longer be able to plant or harvest crops. It takes time to finish harvesting crops, and if you increase the talent stars, you actually end up reducing that time. So it's not an instant harvest, right? Otherwise, that would be pretty amazing, right? There's no chance of stealing if you harvest instantly. There is a little bit of time it takes for the pal to harvest. And then it says every 1 point of stamina used by the team leader, ignoring the avian affix effects, increases mastery experience by 1. And then once you have 20 levels of your masteries that you have completed, you get 1 learned star. Okay, now you also have the ability to sort out how you want them to be planting. Let's say you want them to be planting the rarest ones with priority, then you can just set up the priorities in that particular way to ensure that you get the right crops planted by your plant team. Okay, in the end, I'll show you how the plant team works in action, but now let's go to the water team and see what they're all about. We're going to jump right to number 4. The team can water crops to speed up their growth using stamina every 30 seconds. If auto-fertilize is enabled, it also fertilizes crops while watering. So, every 30 seconds, this particular team can speed up the growth of your crops. So, in a way, they act like free fertilizer. Well, not exactly free because they're using stamina to do that. You can also enable auto-fertilization such that they can also fertilize crops and get them to harvesting stage a little bit earlier than you otherwise would have. The rest of everything else in this is the same. You can get additional experience by using stamina and hence get more stars on your specific pals. Now, if you go at the bottom, it says when less than, you can set it to 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90, 120, 150, 180, or pretty much goes all the way through. Once it reaches that threshold that you set, you can auto use fertilizers, and you can decide if you want to limit it to just common, or you also want high yield, or if you just want high yield. And basically what that happens is, let's say you set it at 30 minutes and you've chosen just common fertilizer and your pal is currently active, like they're not out of stamina. The moment your crops reach 30 minutes to harvest, they'll immediately use a common fertilizer, get it to harvest state, and then your plant team can start harvesting them, which is really cool. Let's jump to the patrol team. So what does this do? The team uses stamina every 30 seconds during patrols to determine if a thief is caught stealing crops. However, it doesn't work if you deployed them after a stealing had already begun. Okay, so the stamina is used for patrolling. It's not only used when a thief comes in, but rather it is being used throughout time while the pal is patrolling. And what does it do? Well, 19% chance to auto battle thieves. That's really cool because I was talking about in the beginning, one of the most annoying thing is that, you know what, you're not online and somebody's stealing and they might not be stronger than you, but they're just there at the right time. Well, with this spell at the current mastery, which is basically 0 learned mastery stars, there's a 19% chance that you can auto battle thieves. And if they're weaker than you, well, you end up removing them from the farm. The second point, it also reduces thieves' crop stealing earnings by 10%. So if, let's say, somebody did get through and they weren't chosen for the auto battle, they'll still get less earnings as long as this pal is patrolling. The third one, it says it increases part-time teams' crop steal earnings by 10%. And the way I read it is that if you're the one stealing, you get 10% more fruit. Okay, so let's deploy these 3 and try to see them in action. Let's also do a less than 30 minutes use fertilizer thing so we can see the water team. Plant team we'll see as soon as one of our crops are ready for harvest. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is to initiate the watering team's abilities of using fertilizer. I'm going to use some of my fertilizer to get this to a decent point. Let's say 4 to get 2 hours in. And let's see what the water team does. And there you go. The water team has automatically watered it or fertilized it. And now you can see that the plant team is also picking it. Now it is taking over 10 minutes for them to pick it. And I guess during that time, a thief can come in and steal those crops. So there's still a little bit of margin of things going wrong. But at the same time, we do have the patrol team looking out for us. And there's a decent chance that they might actually get into battle with anyone who's trying to steal it. Now, if somebody were to come and try to steal our crops, you'd be able to see the patrol team fight them, perhaps. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen. So that's a little bit about these new working teams and how they work in the farms and how they actually benefit you quite a bit if you're annoyed with getting stolen from and all that stuff. It doesn't mean that you can actually just go ahead and leave your farm and everything is going to happen normally, because the team runs out of stamina fairly fast, and then you need to feed them, and to feed them you need to have some food that you can create at the workshop. And you can see the food options available over here and the amount of stamina that they restore. The ingredients for that food can be purchased at the Mystic Merchant for some of these coins. So eventually you'll probably need to come in, give the pals some food, and then you can leave the pals to do their work. And before you go, I do want you to know that you can save a lot of money in the Legend of Mushroom by using Aptoide with our promo code. You can find the video that goes through the whole process step by step in the description of this video, or you can click the button that's going to appear at the top right of the screen that'll take you to that video. The steps are fairly simple. Watch that video and see how you can save all that money, or you can join our Discord, which is also in the description of this video, and I can guide you through the process personally. For every $100 that you spend in Legend of Mushroom, you can get between $10 to $35 cash back that you can use for other packs in the Legend of Mushroom. Or if you're just spending $10, that's $1 to $3.50 that you can get back. Imagine how much you can save in the long run once you start collecting these bonuses. And remember, a lot of people are already using this and they're really happy with it. I hope you use it too, because not only are you going to save a lot of money, you'll also be supporting our channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please like, please subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and comment below with any additional tips or tricks that you've learned so far. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.